Greetings everyone, I'm back with another video. I've done a rescape of my 90-gallon tank. It turned out pretty well. Let's take a look. We got a preview here. In the upper left, we see the master shot. Upper right, we see some shots from the side. Lower left, as you can see, we are going to track some fish in close. And on the lower right, we're going to look at this tank under the night lights. So here we are at the master shot. I moved that Sarayu stone all around. A lot of junk under those rocks, by the way, when you move them. A lot of debris pops up. So the tank got a really good overhaul. It's crystal clear right now. Everybody looks really happy. And all the fish are swimming around and looking healthy. Here we are zoomed in a bit closer. You can see the OB right there in the middle. Sapphire, one of my favorites. You got the living stone eye there around the substrate right now. Just kind of itched himself on the rock. You got the red empress on the lower left. Electric blue on the upper right, blue dolphin on the bottom there. All the plants are anubias. So here we are now a bit tighter on the left side. The fish in here are mostly male, but there's a couple females. I haven't had much successful breeding in this 90-gallon tank, mostly because these fish are not that mature. They're kind of lower, maybe medium size, bigger than juveniles, but definitely not fully mature. You got a fan there on the lower left on the timer. Pretty cool cave right there, partially covered by anubias. So if any fish wants to seek refuge for any reason, there's a nice little escape spot right there. I went with gravel, black gravel, as you can see. I know sand is a bit more popular and cichlids like it a little bit more, but I like the color scheme that I have here in this tank with the blue background and the Sarayu stone. Also, because this tank is acrylic, when there's sand in there and you're trying to scrape the inside of the glass for algae, you could actually scratch the glass because of the sand particles. Now we've got a tighter look on the right side there. We've got a cave with Sarayu stone around it. We've got the intake set pretty low, just a few inches above the gravel. The heater by the intake, which also helps because the warm water will go in there and then kind of shoot out to the side where I have the outtake. And we got the air stone there working its magic and keeping the water flowing. Now we're zoomed in from the side of the tank. I really like this angle because of the way the air bubbles look. And also everyone's just kind of gathered around. Looks like all the fish just want to be on camera, don't they? Got the electric blue there right in the middle. And one of my favorites right there, Sapphire, just looking right at us, the OB in the center of the screen. I think he's going to be a real remarkable fish when he's fully grown. Now we're looking at the tank all the way from the right side. Looks pretty cool because of the air stone right there in the foreground. Boy, the fish were moving around really nicely this day, don't you think? Perfect for filming. Now we're getting a look at the tank under the night lights. You know, it's interesting how everyone just calms down. They know that it's going to be lights out soon. I think they're pretty sure that it's not feeding time. They're just kind of winding down, swimming peacefully. You don't see a lot of chasing, battling for territory or anything like that at this time. I still haven't figured out the best way to film the night lights, by the way. It's kind of tricky to get the camera to focus right and to get everything, all the settings right. So let's start tracking some of the fish, shall we? Here's one of my OBs. Kind of a generic one. You see a lot like that. This one, on the other hand, you don't see too many with this color composition. This one's mellow yellow right there on the bottom. That's Sapphire. I've talked about him a bit in other videos. He is just a marvelous looking OB. I think he's going to be very similar to Diamond in my 135-gallon tank. He stood out and his colors were very bright even when he was a juvenile. And there is Sub-Zero, my electric blue. I like him a lot. He looks really amazing when he's lower in the tank. You don't really appreciate his blue against the blue background, but against that Sarayu stone and against the plants there, he really pops. And now we're getting a look at Hulk there, scratching his left side there on the rock. He is really an impressive Venustus. But thankfully, he hasn't tried to eliminate another fish. And there he goes, yawning for the camera. You can see how wide he can open his mouth. That's why he has a strong bite. Let's slow that down. He's probably saying, shut the lights off already, I want to sleep. And let's get a quick look at Mad Max there with the yellow mohawk, another one of my favorites. So let me know what you guys think of the current setup, and if you have any ideas of what I can do with this tank in the future or what kind of fish I could add to it, let me know in the comments below. Hope you liked the video. Hope you subscribe. I promise a whole lot more. And thanks for watching.